That's a dangerous sign. It's a dangerous sign.
What? That's what happens. It's gorgeous. Now I'm scared. I'm afraid something's gonna.
Sorry.
It's true. If you're envisioning fruit, see an option.
The same exact shirt. The flat. I know this is so weird. I have that shirt at home.
Funny part, it's her shirt.
Oh!
She doesn't know it.
Stalker shirt.
Totally stalker.
I bought it in the women's section and hoping that it was just misplaced, but I bought it in the women's section.
I buy all my clothes in the women's section.
The jeans fit the best.
I was wondering about the princess.
I don't know what's on topic, but show it off, baby.
Yes, Chris.
If you could dress up as any character, anime or otherwise, who would you dress up as?
I actually cosplay Stein sometimes. Stein cosplay, the whole screw and everything. And like what I'll do is I'll come dressed as Stein and just sit in the audience waiting for the panel to start. They're like, we're sorry, Chuck's not here yet. And I'll be like, yes, I am.
My favorite character, which I built the Halloween costume myself, took 25 man-hours and $104. But my favorite character, live action or animated or anything, is the Monarch from Denton Mini. I bought some hockey pads and I built the whole thing myself. Yeah, that's my favorite character of all time.
That's all I was thinking about is your monster character. Yeah, how great it was. It was really wonderful.
I know I want to be Sheik. I've never done it yet, but I really want to be Sheik for A-Kon sometime. From Legend of Zelda.
Do it!
That's all your tools. That's what I want to do. Usually I just cheat.
Mine.
Oh my god!
The Stein chair.
Oh god.
What happens?
Bad idea. Bad idea for me.
Any other questions? Okay, thanks guys. It's been awesome.
Hey!
Yes.
Have any of you ever worked with Japanese-speaking people? Like, from Japan?
At conventions, they'll have Japanese guests sometimes, and that's always very interesting because you'll hang out in the green room and you get to swap stories.
So you guys don't work with people over in Japan?
I haven't.
You're a different branch of Funimation?
Yeah, Funimation is strictly here. They're not a Japanese company.
Alright, never knew that.
Although I wish they were, then we'd have to go to Japan every week.
That'd be wonderful.
And I love airplane peanuts. Yes, but
What is it like to work as a voice actor? Like, what are your favorite parts and maybe a not favorite part?
I like getting to say the cuss words that I'm not allowed to say at home. I went home after my first job and my brother drove me there and I'm like, oh my god, Sean, I got to say flip and I got to say flip. And I called my mom and I was just like, Mom, I got to say. She's like, what on earth? You know, that's what I like.
what show were you in?
Dead Man Wonderland. And people in the booth with me are just spitting out stuff and I'm just like, I'll say that too. And then like Joel, he's like, here, say something like, and he used the C word, he used your mother, he used the word. Say something like that.
Didn't they have to go back and like
Bloop it all out.
because it went on Adult Swim?
It was so
I
bad.
remember, yeah.
And he's like, here, say all this. It's the worst sentence you could ever possibly put together. And I was like, okay. So I said it, and he goes, oh, good, I'll make it 10 times worse. And I was like, I don't know how. Oh God.
I can only
I can repeat the word 2 times, you know. This word to the 3rd power.
Poopy, poopy, poopy!
Exactly.
I'll say I've been doing Funimation for about 2 years, and what I love so much about it is what I've learned in terms of technique as an actor, because I did a lot of stage work and a lot of kind of experimental theater where it's always like from the inside out, follow your instincts and make sure it feels right. And so when I first went in the booth, I would always try to like find that place to get to emotionally and truthfully as an actor. But my face would be all emotional, but my voice would sound the same. And it wouldn't tell the story at all. So just learning new tools to effectively and efficiently tell the story. I'm really grateful for my experience with Funimation for that.
I like doing outrageous, anything that's like anything with an accent, anything to disguise my real soft, dulcet tones. Yeah, any kind of like German thing, any kind of like anything that's big and grand and popish. Yeah.
Yeah, doing anime is fun because you get to play characters that are never going to be in your wheelhouse in terms of film or stage. I will never play short blue aliens on stage. Maybe.
I will never play a black man.
Oh, don't count that out.
I'm just a dude playing a dude. Playing a dude.
For a black woman once, and Ben was like, "Oh, do you want to try her?" And I was like, "You think I could be a black woman?" Oh, thanks. And he's like, "Nope, never mind. Changed my mind." Your life showed me no.
Oh gosh, I can be so black.
Your mother.
Wow. Wow.
I'm so ghetto.
Yes, sir, you.
So, what's the number one piece of advice you would give to anyone wanting to break into voice acting?
To be a voice actor, you have to be an actor. I mean, it's very rare that you can just be a voice actor and survive because they pay us 11 cents a day. You can't really make just a living just as a voice actor. You have to do commercial and theater and film and whatever, dress up in a a panda costume in a parade, whatever it takes to make money. So study acting and then live here in North Texas. Or in Houston. Houston, not so much.
And also just accept your training. I have a friend from college, and she's very talented, but in her head, she is so good already. You just have to be able to be like, okay, I'm going to be like, I would suggest taking voice lessons. The more control you have over your voice, you don't want to get cast for a part and be like, I'm auditioning, doing this character, and then you're like, cast, and come back, and it's like, all right, do that voice. And you're like, crap, what did I do? I don't know if I can do that again. So just really take every bit of training seriously, whether you need it or not. You could be so talented, I don't know. But also it's networking. So other than it's just making friends in the business, and which sounds so stupid, I know. It should be your talent, not making friends, but it's really making friends. So take any training you can and just be like, look, okay, I'm not the best, that's why you are a teacher, and just accept. I know it sounds like so lame, and you read that on WikiHow, and you're like, how do you just Google how to be a voice actor? That's what they say. It's true though. It's really true. I Googled it. That's
Yeah.
I really did.
When I was at the show with Joel, I played a Russian officer and spoken Russian. I played a New York Jew from the 1940s, and then a California businessman. And between all those things, I think that was probably enough to that was just totally. But don't ever bring it up. It's got to be casual. You got to be sneaky about it.
Someone else pick people. My hands are full.
Favorite anime cliche?
Nah.
Cliche.
Like what's your favorite thing about anime that you see in lots of anime?
My favorite thing is when dudes get horny, their nose bleeds. It doesn't make any sense. Like the first time I saw that, I'm like, why did his nose just explode? I had no idea what that meant. And they told me, and I was like, oh yeah, that makes total sense.
I'm a big fan of prepubescent stammering, like in Sword and Stone, where words like whoa. It's like that sort of
I like the over facial expression. Get mad, you get that pound mark on your forehead. There's flames in my arms and my legs are really nubby, and I'm just in one place.
or they get so excited about something that their mouth gets bigger than the rest of their face.
Yeah. That happens in everyday life for me. So. I'm a freak of nature. And everyone's like, yes, you know,
yes.
Out of all the things that have ever gone wrong in the recording booth, what is the worst thing that's happened to you guys?
I dropped the F-bomb. During a Torco commentary, like my first commentary, audio commentary, it was like the first thing out of my mouth because I was like, I'm from Jacksonville, Florida, and I say this on the commentary, but I described it as a white trash mecca. And then Ian Sinclair's like, but we like Florida, right? Yeah, I love it. I thought we were going to start over, and I looked at the booth and like, Tyler, no? Okay. Right, we're going to bleep it.
Commentary one time where I forgot my character's name. Just for a second, though. Just for a minute.
What was the hint? What was the hint from the booth?
I can't tell you.
Oh.
Ask me in a year.
My favorite story to tell about something going wrong in the booth is it's an apocryphal story about Colleen Klinkenbeard. Okay, there's a pop screen in front of the microphone to catch all the spit and snot that actually. She was so excited during a take one time, she accidentally licked it.
worst experiences was going to the booth with Tyler Walker, and I was really nervous. And Kyle Phillips was the ADR, and I went in. I was in the booth early by myself, and I did a bunch of vocal warm-ups like you do when you're performing live theater. Often it's normal in that arena. Voice actors, less normal, not so much. So he recorded all of that. Plays it back to me and other people.
I've never had anything truly terrible happen in the booth, but I've had, like, I can't talk about it because it's not released, but this one thing, let's just say it's not child friendly for when tourists, I'm usually in the big room, so when there's a tour that comes in, they go to my room. Thank the Lord they knocked that day, because that was it was a special thing going on, so it's not normally so inappropriate, and they like didn't, the screen was just very, it doesn't happen too often when something so inappropriate is on the screen, usually it's in our words. Well, they barely knocked on the door, they just knocked, hey, can we come in? As soon as it clicked away, it was like almost nude, and we're like, ah, leave, go! Like, what's going on? Can we have these group of 30? Oh, God! And then they looked, oh, thank God we didn't come in. We're gonna go to the one down the road. So that was, I can tell you all about that in a year or two.
I'm gonna write it down. I'm gonna come find you guys.
Because I just said nudity, that's why everyone's nudity. I called you.
What's the most awkward line you've ever had to say?
I'll tell you what. Okay, it's come up multiple times, and what the hell is a phrase that gets popped in a lot of places, and sometimes it's not so natural. Sometimes it's like one syllable and a pause and then two syllables. So the most I can remember on 2 different shows, sitting there and having like 10 takes of what the hell? What the hell? What the hell? So that's for me. That's my pet peeve.
During Shinchan, I said to be a man, you must have honor and peace.
Yes!
Which is awkward to sing. Laura Bailey. That's good. But that line originally was something different, like not right, whatever they thought it was to be a man. So I said, no, that's not right. Be a man, you gotta have honor. And Peter, the engineer, goes, and a penis. And I was like, oh. New line written.
I think I had to say yelling at the top of my lungs. I had to say the phrase. It's a withdrawal, but it's a
Oh wow!
It's a withdrawal, but it's a strategic withdrawal. And it was just a kind of a tough.
Call it a rural withdrawal. A strategic rural withdrawal.
My most awkward one, I can't talk about it, which is so sad because it's really great. It's so I was embarrassed to listen to it. But what they have to do in the booth, it's something I can talk about, is that I don't normally have a really thick accent, but until I get in the booth, I'll see the word tall and I'll hit the L or wall. So they go in. Sometimes I've had some people. They'll go into the the word thingy, select the word, change all of it. Well, they put W-A-K, T-A-K. So they'll be like normal, proper sounding walk, wall, or fold, and it's just this random words, and they're like, I've seen Zach go, and I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm scum. But that's what happens to me often. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Going across the panel.
Oh, I was pointing.
Oh, go
yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go for it.
You guys ask him at the same time, and we'll try to answer. No, let's do one.
What is it like being voice actors? What influenced you guys?
The need to not grow up and not liking coffee or reading a newspaper. I'm just kind of like, oh, you're watching My Little Pony? How weird. No, it's voice acting research. It is. I love My Little Pony. I said love. I love it.
I'm a brony.
Yeah.
Wait.
I want to watch cartoons, so.
I didn't mean to necessarily, like when I was growing up, I didn't think like I want to be a voice actor for anime. I did grow up watching a lot of Funimation cartoons, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball. Case Closed was one of my favorites. And when I was doing theater in Dallas for a while before I learned that this company was here doing this, and I learned about shows like Case Closed, and I was so close to touching them. The more that I get involved, the more excited I am about the industry. So I'd say what inspires me is on the horizon.
Motivation.
I would say that my My exposure to anime is pretty limited throughout most of my life. Like, I grew up in a super religious household, and so I guess after 6th grade, for a long time I wasn't allowed to read comic books anymore.
What are you trying to say? This is sinful?
No, I'm all for it. F yeah! Yeah. Anyway, my earliest experience with anime was on Sunday mornings. There was a show on the Disney Channel that no one's ever heard of called Unico. Awesome. Apparently only had like 3 movies, but I remember seeing it. I was like, man, this doesn't look like normal cartoons, and I was just really fascinated by it. And then we could go to church. Anyway, but yeah, years later I watched the staples like Akira and Vampire Hunter D and all that stuff, and Yuro Sakadochi, Legend of the Overfiend, because I like tentacles and all that. I'm kidding. Yeah. Anyway,
Aaron Roberts, ladies and gentlemen. I am inspired by chili con queso. Yes.
Chili con queso?
Great character, Chris Sabat. That's the board. I was sad not to be in something, but I can't remember what it was, so I must not have been that.
Mine's horrible. I remember, like, before Penny's Dodging came out, one of my friends sent me, like, a link to it, and I had to watch it in Japanese for twice. So I started watching, I was like, what the? And then at the end of the episode, I was like, questions? Penny. I don't want to. And so, like, I told my brother, I was like, oh my god, I really hope I one day. And then one day I was actually, like, getting my check, and, like, it has, like, a list of things, and I saw it, and I was like, oh, it's already been done. And then it was released, and I was like, no! I wanted to be Penny so bad. I wanted to be cast you as Chuck. You in the booth.
Don't bring it up at the source ball. It really hurts. I would want to be anyone on Sergeant Frog.
Yeah. Oh wait, I was.
I don't know. I've never not been cast. So by the time I get in the booth and I'm hearing the voice of the character that I would have been cast as, it's always like, oh man, that's so much better than what I would have brought to the table.
Exactly. And then you get scared, like, oh god, what if I was cast? That would be horrible.
That's happened to me. I was like, I want this part so bad. Then the part ended up being really the first. I'm like, oh thank God. Because like I said, my 90-year-old great aunt was here a minute ago, and they were like, oh, I want to see your stuff. And I'm in Denton Wonderland. I was like, I want to see it. Like it's not released yet. My 90-year-old grandmother to swallow her tongue and I bet you said that. I'm like, oh thank goodness I didn't get cast as that part. They could never watch my stuff ever.
Swallow her tongue.
You know, you're like, yeah.
My mom's not too happy. The only thing she gets to show off is my character that is a cross-dresser. And I just got recently finished portraying Maurice Startling in Silence of the Clams. So in real life, I have my own transvestite experience.
I'm glad your eyebrows.
You're welcome.
Yes, question.
Awkward or horror stories from the convention?
Oh yeah.
One time, Mignona and I were on a panel, and this girl asked us if we would touch her glass knob. So we were like, hell yeah!
So she came up and we were like,
It's a glass knob. It was awesome. We were like, put a laser in it. That'd be great. That was awkward and awesome.
I had a really awkward experience at my first anime convention in Denton when I was surrounded by legends. Yeah.
Wow, that was like, you just had that experience.
I can feel it. It's like I can see it.
It's like I'm there.
Your memories enveloping them.
I can still smell it.
I can smell you.
I'm going to watch baseball.
It's only my second, so y'all witnessed it with the microphone. That's my horse. It's only my second one. I've got no creepy people yet, so no glass eyes. Interesting. Yes, really.
We can fix that. We all have glass eyes.
Let's make it happen.
Okay, so which is more enjoyable role for each of you to play? Good guy, bad guy?
I think it depends on what I did last. because I got a chance to play a good guy, and it was like really exciting. But then I got a chance to play a bad guy, and I was like, this is so much better. And then I got a chance to play a good guy again, and it was really nice being the one that
Saves the day.
yeah, yeah, the young male that suddenly gets superpowers and has to rise to the occasion. That is awesome. Both.
Yes, the above.
Bad guy, yeah, hands down, bad guy, all day long.
Until you see that person, like I was doing something, I'm not bad, but I'm pretty mean. And then I saw that person that is that other character I'm mean to. I went to an audition later that evening, and I saw Typecasting, and I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I know I'm not really saying this to you, but I'm so sorry. Like, I just feel so bad. I leave the booth, I'm like, oh my god, I need to go to church.
I have that special relationship with Micah, Soy-san, because we've gone back and forth twice, being each other's antithesis.
Let me go grab a drink. I've only been in 2 of the booths. Out of all the booths at Funimation, which is your favorite to be?
Tyler.
I think only been in 2 booths. One's just a booth, and the other was like this time machine.
Is it the foam one?
Yeah!
I got shoved into a wall session in that. 3 people in that one little foam one.
Jerry
shoved us all
Yeah, Jerry's booth is like a shoebox. The smallest booth, you know, like the American.
I was like squished up against your
Yeah.
You guys don't even know. Like back in the day, we used to record like in like stacks of boxes with blankets. Really old school.
Big forts.
Yeah, it was
Blanket fort.
Yeah, we'd make a blanket fort and record.
But Chris Bennett's booth is pretty boss because you've got sunlight. Like,
Yeah, we were talking about this the other day. Bennett's booth is the best room. It's the only one that has a couch and a window and its own thermostat.
Now we ask you a question. All right.
Yes.
Remember the Starbucks that I go to where I'm different human beings and they're like, oh, this is such a nice Russian person.
Do you ever get it mixed up and you show up and you're like Scottish? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, deaf Starbucks, Scottish Starbucks, Russian Starbucks.
You did Dr. Stein Starbucks.
Venti!
voices to freak everyone else out behind me, I will give you something for free.
Same creepy barista.
It's down the road from Funimation. It's on
Oh, really?
Hi!
Animation Starbucks.
I think I scared everyone away though.
I'll come scare you.
Have y'all, I know that it's big on YouTube lately, but have you ever gone to like McDonald's, Burger King through the drive-thru and did the voices and then continue to do the voice when they gave you your food?
The best day ever. Oh yeah, we're getting the whole credit card shopping. And I'm like, hi, I just want a Big Mac, thank you for the money. That's right. I do that every time.
Sometimes if my children won't go to sleep, I whisper to them like
Anime's #1 parent, folks.
my dog.
That's terrible.
High school kids, so I don't have like stock voice characters.
Yeah.
Voices that people recognize. My family's always like, do a voice for us. I'm like, this is my voice.
They're like, oh, do something. Hi. And they're like, oh, so this is what you make school for. Cousins that are in. Thank you.
Why don't you get her drawing some blood up here? Don't make me do voices. Do some RNing.
I always do drive-thrus as an opportunity for voice and character research. This was one, Jack in the Box, that was down the street from my place, and this guy, he was Hispanic, but I swear he was German. Like yellow highlights in his hair, and I swear he was wearing purple contacts, and he was pretty flamboyant and excited about all the games. Excited about life, and voice was like, hi, welcome to Duck in the Box, can I help you? And then of course in my mind it's like, hello, my name is Fritz, welcome to Duck in the Box. Would you like some jalapeno poppers and also taco nachos? They're only $1.99.
Okay, we stare at you and you stare at us.
Yes.
Nice random question. Favorite Disney character?
Oh.
Don't do this to me.
She has too many.
I can pick so many.
Princess Leia.
Han Solo. Good.
I got too many.
It's
What's your
gotta
top
be War
movie?
from Sword and Stone. I think War from Sword and Stone is definitely my favorite. Because that's how I
That's a
felt
bold
as a kid.
show.
Personality. I'm just grumpy. I'm a grumpy old lady
Yeah.
on the inside. I really am. So I'm the owl from Swords and Stone by accident. And he's just like, Chuck's just like, I'm glad this table between us.
Yes, I'm afraid.
You're like looking at
No, it's just my hands are cold.
oh, it's just the expression you give with cold hands.
Yeah. My favorite Disney character is Bart Simpson.
That's no.
Not yet.
Not yet. Eventually we'll all be Disney.
We'll do another random one. What's your favorite television show that is not an anime?
Ooh.
My Little Pony, Big Bang Theory, Sky.
Said one.
She picked three. I think I'm a mixture between Pinkie Pie and Granny Smith. That's just my personality right there.
The only thing I can say right now, because I know I'm late to the game, but I'm in the middle of Battlestar Galactica. And that's all I can think about right now. And as soon as we're done with this, I'm going to go watch more of it on my phone.
Everybody dies and they're all Cylons.
Sorry. I just wish they could have figured out earlier that all you need for a Cylon detector is to get them frisky. And they light up. Like LEDs.
Watch this show. Someone told me frisky sooner.
Mine is definitely Venture Brothers and then Breaking Bad. And that's like style.
Woo!
It's probably the best thing on television.
I really like Antiques Roadshow.
I've always been public broadcasting my entire life. I've never had cable or satellite until I moved out in college. And that's what we watched. We were like, oh, Antique Roadshow, Cooking Circus, yay.
So are you like real fed up with all these people that are into Downton Abbey? Because you're like, I like public shows before anyone else did.
Before it was moderately acceptable.
Arthur, Teletubbies, and it's really all I had as a child was just that.
Keeping
I
up
was like,
appearances, using the British
oh yes. Cake
Father
Garage.
Ted. That's my favorite show.
I've kind of noticed, especially with you get cast as a lot of doctors. I
Yes.
noticed you were background doctor in Oron, you got
Sure.
cast as the Doctor in She.
Yeah.
Do any of you guys also find yourself getting cast as the same types of characters over and over again?
I am the foppish gay dude.
Tell us about your character. Ding!
I get cast as the bitch a lot. Like even in stage plays, like I really do. I was in Oliver in high school, and I didn't know anyone at this theater. It's all community theater. Everyone knows each other. I come in, I audition, I get the part, and I come in, and no one will talk to me. They won't let their children talk to me because I get cast as Charlotte. So I'm just like, oh Oliver, blah 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 blah. Go outside, be a peasant. Da 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 da. I'm just me, and they wouldn't let their children talk to me. So my mother would come with me, and we'd sit there and read together until one guy finally ended up making me friends with everyone. He forced me to be his friend and made everyone realize I'm actually nice. But I get cast in mean parts, and then people don't talk to me in the cast. They think that's so
Aww.
sad. Jokes.
Air hug.
I haven't done a lot, so I don't know if there's a pattern that's emerged yet, but hopefully there will be.
Dude, you're totally male ingenue.
Yeah, dude, totally.
I was gonna go there.
I hate it because I'd play like teachers and dads and doctors and crazy short aliens.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I tend to read more for the young male who is coming into himself and is awkward and can't get the girl quite yet, and suddenly gets some supernatural power that causes him to be able to reach his full potential. Which, I mean, how often does that happen? Spider-Man is actually usually when I get cast.
Speaking of superheroes, I know that the Avengers came out. They're planning on doing Justice League as a movie. If you could choose any DC or Marvel superhero, which one would you do? Or be, or choose, if you could be them.
That's different.
I know it's not a hero, but I've always, like, as a kid, I was like, Poison Ivy is so pretty. And so I'd be like, so I'm still kind of like, I'm going to be Poison Ivy. Yes, even though it's not a hero. But I'll be Poison Ivy.
I wonder why they cast you as the...
I don't eat this!
Yes, you just don't hurt.
I held this up. I wasn't made a slave, so I'm going to march off either way. Next.
What was the question? Superhero. Yeah. Who would you play? I would have to be Batman if I could be someone.
Where's your Batman voice?
For all the right reasons.
I would say realistically, if I was a casting agent, I would, if my facial hair is fierce, I would probably cast myself as a hero.
I would be. We're working on a superhero movie, developing an idea of a superhero whose power is clumsy awkwardness that accidentally, sort of in a quantum way, turns into like awesome powers. So like bad stuff is happening and not and like, oh, I better jump into action, and he like tries to jump into action but trips, falls, knocks the thing over, and it releases a lion from a cage.
I want to see a superhero that has the ability to escape any obligation. Like he shows up and there's like a cat in a tree, and the woman's like, "Oh, you gotta help me," and he's like, "Sorry, that's not really my job." See you later, man. Start that. Get back to me.
Yes, way in the back.
Pokemon sounds.
If you do Pikachu, I'll hurt you.
Oh!
I've never seen Pokemon. I'm not bad.
Seem like the TV show Pokemon that are on your Game Boy. We go.
TV.
I'm good at those. They're all random.
Can you make Pokemon noises?
I'm not. I'm as far as I understand, you just if you know their name, you're pretty set on doing it.
There's like a... There's no seed of Pokemon out here. Just cast a net, it'll be fine.
I know, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Least favorite word is
Oh!
There's so many.
No, least favorite kid. I remember being younger, and it was like an anime masked wrestler series that me and my brother watched.
Oh! Ultimate Muscle, dude.
No, but I enjoyed it. I don't know if it's for kids or not, but it was on that channel, and as a kid, I was like, yeah, that show is on, and we watched it, and it was fun. It was an anime Mexican wrestler show.
Who's the big
We farted a lot. The main character was an
It's
idiot.
Ultimate Muscle.
Ultimate Muscle.
Yeah, got it. Thanks, guys.
I hate Dora the Explorer.
Close enough.
It's
for kids.
Yeah. Feels like mind control. Anyway.
You see Swiper?
No!
I don't know.
His name is Sniper!
Open your eyes,
You need to
Dory!
watch
He's right
Rocky.
behind
We can voice any character in the game.
Creeper from Minecraft.
Now explode.
I guess since Mark Hamill, I don't know, Mark Hamill's not gonna. No, I feel like I'd be horrible with the Joker. I'd probably go for the Riddler if they. But apparently he's not gonna do it. Like after this last, after Arkham City,
Yeah, he
he's not gonna do
stopped.
it.
Sure.
I'll do it.
He's retired for the fourth time. Yeah. It's true when he needs more money. I didn't say that. Don't post that on YouTube. Yes, sir.
Pick one, Doctor Who or Sherlock?
Which Doctor Who?
Question, how long would it take Sherlock Holmes to figure out how to operate the TARDIS more effectively than Doctor Who?
But there's only one of him.
I'm scared to put in my 2 cents. I'm afraid this is gonna get civil war, and I'm
You're gonna start a fan war, guys.
Well, okay.
Let's stop the fandom wars!
And how about Doctor Who's Sherlock, the female wizard? What's her name?
Forgot.
And her wife, she's the real Sherlock. Do something for that.
Don't blink.
Guys, this is not Tumblr.
It's evolved into something.
Should be!
Don't bring Tumblr.
Oh gosh.
You know, Christopher Eccleston has got a really close place in my heart. And then David Tennant, I thought was the Doctor.
Yep.
But now Matt Smith is like great. He's the youngest. There's this whole new energy that is somehow made the Doctor younger and fresher, but more mature. So I hope he sticks around.
Love every
I'm actually, I know this is blasphemy. I've never seen Doctor Who until the epic rap battles of history. I'm starting to get sick in bed, so I actually have the time to watch them all. If I start now, I'm not going to make any money. I'm not going to go to school. I'm not going to go to work. I'm just going to sit there.
People are gonna give you.
Start with season 1.
Who was the?
Right in the 60s.
Oh, 60s. Thank you.
The Cucumber Doctor. What was his name? Celery. Sorry. I'm not doing vegetables.
That was Peter
He would
Davidson.
be my second favorite because David Tennant based a lot of his stuff.
We're the
And he
traitors.
married his daughter.
Like a jelly, baby!
Yeah.
Sir.
Mario or Sonic?
Oh!
Man, I grew when I grew up, it was that my other weird friend was the guy that had the Sega Genesis and the Pepsi and like the off Oreos. His house smelled different. So Mario.
Everything is wrong. I had to choose Mario. My brother was older than me.
Yeah, compared to the Hedgehog on speed, go with Mario.
I would rather be Luigi than Tails. When my brother would make me play, I had to be Tails or I had to be Luigi. He's like, fine, I'll pick Mario to be Luigi. This is taller than me. That's why I chose that.
That's a legit reason.
Yeah, I gotta go Sonic, because they had the live action Mario and Luigi farmer show with these two guys.
This is weird. It's that or I watch My Little Pony.
I'd have to go Mario. It's just when the Nintendo 64 came out, it was like, oh my god, games are amazing! Before that, it was like...
I know that they've made a lot of live action animes, which, usually get, dubbed over, because they are coming out of Japan. Have y'all ever wished that they never, ever did a live action of this anime ever?
Dragon Ball Z.
I only heard about this like a week ago. Is there like a live action Sailor Moon or Jupiter?
Yes. Yes.
I want to see this just because I'm like, no way. No way.
Although I will tell you, the changing scenes, the transformation scenes are hilarious.
Really?
Because they go like, they take off like their socks and then their shoes.
Yep.
Like they It's really funny. Like there's no glittery light. It's like just shoe, sock, like garter, trouser, like they take off each individual piece of clothing. It's really funny.
I'd like to do a live action Bakugo.
Yeah!
Fun, dude.
I'd rather keep it anime unless it means more work for me. Yes, sir.
Would you rather be an R2D2 or
R2D2 or a Wookiee?
Yes. Wookiee. You want to do your hands?
And it's supposed to be the Wookiees.
That was.
Yeah, Wookiee all the way. Absolutely.
Biggest robot.
You're timeless. You can't fully ever express yourself. It's like being trapped in a dead body.
Yeah.
I would like to see R2D2 get along with that short circuit robot.
Johnny, lie. It's a lie.
Both, man.
Okay.
One and then the other.
That's right.
Work up to it.
Yeah. Yes. Sorry.
What was your favorite subject in school? College, high school, middle school, whatever.
I was an engineer for 3 years in college before I decided to start something else. So that was probably my favorite subject.
Something else?
Yeah, well, I failed with the test.
Yours should be stuff and things. I like to do the other stuff and things.
Yes.
Thank you.
I had a really great European history teacher, AP European history, like a great teacher to make all the difference in the world.
There's no future in history.
Has anybody ever told you you look like little Karibo?
When I get my goatee out, I do get, when I was 25 pounds heavier, I do get a lot of Louis C.K.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, you had a question forever ago.
I'm just coming up with stuff. I know fans like to do guys stuff sometimes at conventions. What's the coolest thing you've ever gotten from a fan?
Their attention. This is my second one.
Probably one of the coolest things I got was a letter one time, and you know, the anime crowd is a really cool crowd. This letter was like, you don't understand. Yu Yu Hakusho saved my life. I was suicidal.
Really?
EA was so. Every once in a while, you get one of those letters, and that's probably the most important. So I punched the kid in the throat and said, "Stop being such a wuss."
I've gotten one fan letter, and it was for Fairy Tail. But he wrote a letter to all the characters because he was doing the thing. But I still have it. It's not one letter that I have.
I'm gonna go home and write you a letter.
I'm really bad at. I always respond to all letters, but the longest it ever took me to respond to one poor girl was 2 years.
Oh!
Kidding. I'm very busy and slow.
Hear the voice.
Oh, nobody hears anything. It is you. It's just the madness.
Is there room for one more in there? Maybe it's the eye.
It is 12 o'clock.
Is it 12?
Yeah.
Okay, that means we're done.
Oh!
At the back there.
I missed what you might have already said. What characters would be playing now that you have played?
Where are you famous? Dr. Sky.
Show Tucker.
Characters took all the noise is scaring me.
Most recently, Dr. Stein was probably one of those. Austria and Italia. I wrote Italia with Jamie Marley.
Oh, season 5. Your opinions on season 5?
Alright, I think I'm allowed to say.
I voice Sonny and Torco, but I'm also, which just came out on DVDs Tuesday, but I'm not allowed to talk about anything else yet.
You're not allowed to talk about what?
Famous yet, so ask me later.
Is this a zombie? I am Ayumu. So be sure and go home and check that out. And a certain magical index. I play Accelerator. And Shangri-La. I'm in that as well.
I have the DVD box.
And there's some other cool stuff I can't tell you about. But those are the important ones. Go home and research right now. After you
I don't think there's anything that you would know other than cursing. I'm Devin Wonderland. I'm the person in one episode goes, this is making me sick. That's it. That's who I am. Until the next few months.
Go on.
Well, not a fan. I've had three in my life. Tell me, she said, give me 2 years. This is like your last one. Perfect. Your love. It was just serious. I was like, I was gonna take it off and throw it at you, but I want it back.
I don't know what Okay, guys, I think that's it. Thank you so much. We'll see you at the autograph